Start trading with robots is without a doubt the right way to approach the market, but building a portfolio of different robots is what takes you to the next level. And to make things easier for everyone, I've built an example portfolio of EAs that you can use to achieve well-diversified, risk-balanced exposure, multiple assets to trade, and most importantly, a profitable portfolio of EAs. Oh yeah, it's funny, a huge portion of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. YouTube just recommends the videos, you tap them, and that's it. So take a quick second and check if you're subscribed. It helps the channel more than you think. Thank you. So if I go to the algo trading space platform and I show you the results, where usually you can track the live trading, the funded trading accounts, the prop challenges, there is an example portfolio now. And if I tap on that, you will see that there are 10 accounts in here. Each started with $1,000. So the total investment is $10,000. And instead of trading one live account with $10,000, it is much better to have 10 accounts, $1,000 each, and to have different robots, so you're not risking everything with one robot. Also, the expert advisors I have selected for this portfolio are all trading different assets. We have the Happy Gold, obviously trading the gold, the Market Masters trading Euro Dollar, Happy Forex is trading the Aussie and Euro Swiss, FX Proctor Special is trading Australian dollar versus the American dollar. And actually, if you want to see which asset one is trading, you can check the track record, and right below the balance there is the currency. So the FX Proctor is trading Aussie, and you can see that just recently it reached 20% and I requested the withdrawal. As you know, once I make 20%, that's good enough for me and I prefer to withdraw the money. But it doesn't mean you have to start with 10 accounts. If you are a beginner and you want to start building your portfolio, you can just start with 2 or 3 expert advisors, maybe 5. But the most important thing is to trade with low risk. As you can see, with these expert advisors, we make an average of 2 to 7%. I can actually arrange the strategies in the portfolio according to the monthly gain, and this way you can see how much this expert advisor makes on average per month. The top performer at the moment from all of them is the FX stabilizer for the dollar-yen currency pair. If I show you the track record, you will see that in this account I also requested a withdrawal. But if I show it to you on my VPS right in here and I drag and drop it over the chart, you will see that it is trading just with 0.01. There is a grid. So for example, on the 19th of November, it started selling the dollar-yen, but the price went in the opposite direction. Let me show you that situation. I will zoom out and we will see this period of time when it started selling on the 19th of November and it kept adding to the position until they recovered, and the maximum lot I see is 0.32. And because it's using a grid martingale, I decided to separate the different currencies into different accounts. I'll show it to you in this VPS. So this is a Black Bull Live account. You can see it right in here, and it is trading the dollar-yen. Before that, I have the Euro Dollar. I also have the Swiss yen, and I also have them in a bigger 5K account. But I realized that if I separate the different currencies into different accounts, I don't risk the big amount, right? Because if one of them goes in a drastic loss, I'll be risking the 5K account. But if I have them separately, and if one of the currencies has a huge drawdown, then I'll be risking 5 times less. I'll be risking just $1,000, right? Also in the example portfolio, I'm not risking 100% of each account. My rule is 50%. So with any expert advisor, I allow 50% loss. So for example, the FX Proctor, which is relatively new expert advisor, we are trading, and I'll show it to you on the screen. If I tap on the the inputs, you will see that the risk limit is set to 50, which means that if there is a huge drawdown, which I don't really expect, let me show the backtest right in here. So if there is a huge drawdown, the expert advisor is supposed to stop at 50%. So I'll be risking just $500 from the account, which is 5% from the whole 10K portfolio. But what the backtest shows with the settings I'm using is that the equity drawdown is about 12%, same with the relative drawdown. So I'm taking really low risk settings, and if you want to download the settings for any of the expert advisors, guys, check out the join button down below this video. This is how you can join our VIP Discord, and all of the traders have access to our set files and the settings we use in these accounts. And I'll just go back for a second to the FX stabilizer with the dollar yen, because some of you might be wondering why I selected exactly the dollar yen. This is because in the live account where I'm trading with $5,000 and I already requested 3 times withdrawals, the dollar yen is the most profitable one. If I click on stats and I click on symbol, you will see that indeed the dollar yen is very profitable, like 2 times more than the Swiss yen, which is the second, and the euro dollar, which is the third. If I go to charts and I click on floating profit loss, actually before that I will filter just for the dollar yen, you will see that the drawdown I saw in this 5K account is 25%, so it is above negative 50%, but it's absolutely a personal choice and your own decision what risk you will be taking with every account and with every expert advisor. My rules that I've set for myself, my team, the algo trading space are simple. Max 50% drawdown for every account. If we trade 10K, I would prefer to separate in 10 different accounts, $1,000 each. And once we make 20%, we withdraw the profits. That's it. Very simple. Now, once you start building your portfolio, let's say for example you pick the multi-pair for the pound dollar, the market master which is trading euro dollar, happy gold. Let's say you start with the first 4, just as an example. How you can track that: once you start your accounts and you connect it to FX Blue, I will open all of these track records in a new tab, and I will show you one tool that Marin from the team made. It is called My Track Record. So if you click on that, you will see that I have added the Happy Gold Scalping Expert Advisor. And there is a configuration. So here you can name the account. For example, it could be the FX stabilizer for the dollar yen, and then I'll just grab the track record ID and I will say FX stabilizer USD GPY, and I will add it, right? Then I can do the same thing for the next account, multi-pair EA pound dollar, and I will add the track record. Again, I will say just multi-pair GBP USD, and I will add it. And for example, I will add also the Happy Gold I've already added. I will also add the FX Proctor Special, so I'll just paste it in here. I will actually use the same name. This is from the 100K project, that's why it says 100K, and I will just add the track record, and here they were all added. So when I log in here, I can see all the track records in here. I can easily monitor their performance being just on one page. And once you have your portfolio, you can add them to this My Track Records tool, which is absolutely free to use once you have a free account in algo trading space, and you don't need to click different track records and to have multiple tabs open. You can monitor all of your accounts with this tool. Everything is in here, the closed order, so you don't even need to log into the MetaTrader platform. Of course, once a week is good enough to see if everything is alright, but once you connect it to FX Blue and you connect the track records to this tool that we called My Track Records, you can keep an eye on your portfolio in one page. That's pretty cool because just by a refresh you can see if any of the accounts are on a loss. I would suggest you to keep it with equity because this way you will know if there is a drawdown at the moment, if there is a floating loss or a profit. Also there is on the left side in the account statistics floating profit loss, so we will be able to see that. I will just keep an eye on the accounts I have at the moment, and that's really convenient. And maybe you also notice that the portfolio is made up of accounts that are with different forex brokers, so we don't want to put all of our money with one broker. However, the one that we use the most is Black Bull Markets, and we have plenty of accounts with them because they have really great trading conditions, fast execution, and the ECN Prime account is currently with no minimum deposit. Also for the institutional account we arranged a deposit of not $20,000 but just $2,000. Also this broker is part of our campaign where you can get a free expert advisor license. So if I go to the free EAs tab on the website, you will see this campaign where we've put together the best brokers we use and the best expert advisors. So there's a table where you can see which expert advisors are in this campaign. But with simple words, if you plan to trade a live account with over $2,000, you can apply through our link. Once we verify that, you will get a free license from the vendor himself for that particular account. Basically, Algo Trading Space will cover the cost to the vendor, so we will save you the cost of the EA, and with the time we will cover the cost if you are trading this account from the affiliate commission. So there is nothing hidden. This is how it works, and I'm truly open to share exactly how we made it so we can save the cost of the EA to our subscribers and clients. There is a video I've recorded, you can have a look at it for more details. But building your portfolio is what will bring you to the next level. This is where you will feel relaxed. You will remove completely the stress from algo trading because you will not be risking all of your trading capital with one account, with one robot, with one broker. Well diversified portfolio is what keeps the algo traders longer on the market. That's what makes me profitable. Just a little bit more patience. If you are happy with 2 to 3 to 5% a month, that's more than enough for me, and I hope you will hear me about that one. As always guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Before you go, check out this video on my side and you will learn more about one of the expert advisors I showed you today. Don't forget, I love you, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.